So today I want to ask you the question, what are you hungry for? What are you longing for God to do in your life? As Christians, as followers of Christ, it is just a normal state of being that we have an appetite, that we're hungry for the things of God. Psalm 42 verse 1 says, "As a deer pants for streams of water, so my soul pants for you. My soul thirsts for God, the living God." This is the way that we were created to be, that we have this sort of void in our life that only God can fill. And so we have a healthy appetite to want more of Him. And God is the one who satisfies us. It says this in Psalms 107. He satisfies the thirsty and He fills the hungry with good things. So if we want God to satisfy us, we have to be responsible to come to the table hungry. And this is really, really easy. It's actually really normal for us when we first come to know the Lord, because we're really hungry to find out more, to learn more. And I remember when I was about 19 and I really gave my life to Christ, and I was reading my Bible every single night. I couldn't wait to just get done with my day so I could spend time alone with God. It was everything that I wanted to do. It was everything I was focused on. But as I got older and there was more responsibilities and other things started to take my attention and take me away from that time, there were even times when I would go a long period of time without getting into the Word or spending time alone with God. And I would start to get hungry again to come back to the table. But I believe that we're meant to be hungry all of the time to be in His presence. So as a mom, when my kids come to the table and they're just kind of playing with their food and they're not really hungry, the first question I always ask them is, are you sick? Because if you're not feeling well, then you don't have an appetite. And so there are spiritual sicknesses that can keep us from being hungry for God. I think it's really actually a normal state of being as well, that as God pours into us, we're pouring out into other people. So if there is no outflow in your life, if you're not serving somewhere or helping maybe in your church or ministering to people or in a life group where it's flowing out of you, then we can get kind of stuffed up and stagnant inside. And there's no void there for God to pour into. But as He pours into us and we pour out into others, He fills us again and again and again. The second question that I ask my kids if they're not feeling sick, I kind of assume that they've been snacking. So after school, they probably went to the cupboard and ate some things that were not quite so healthy for them. And then when they sit down to the table for the things that are good for them, they're already filled up. And so I think sometimes we do that too. We fill ourselves with entertainment or social media or even really, really good things like even ministry type of things. We can fill our lives with this stuff. But if we're not spending the time to get filled back up by Jesus, we can run dry really, really, really quickly. We always need to be in that place where we're hungry for more of God and we're actually desiring to be in His presence. It's just a normal way to be. So I want to ask you today, are you filling yourself with other things? Or have you stopped the flow of God coming into your life? And maybe that's just a question that you can think about as you go about your day today. But I want to encourage you that it's your responsibility to come to the table hungry. And God has promised that when we do, He'll fill us up.